journeys, and for sure you have made some sacrifices that have actually made you to be sitting where you are sitting today. We welcome you to the lifelong journey of becoming a CMSA member. The CMSA is the not-for-profit organization that aims to promote the highest degree of skill and efficiency in medical and dental practice, and to cultivate the highest ethical standards and professional conduct, not to pecuniary profit, but for the betterment of humanity. I'd now like to just showcase how we're going to be conducting this admission ceremony, as you will be coming to the stage. You come up from your seats. When you come up from your seat, you take your card that has your name on it. If you are the first candidate of that particular examination, please also bring with you the big examination card that will be at the back of your seat. You bring the name card. You also take the yellow one that is for photography. You hand it over that will be on your left-hand side where Mr. Harris is standing. You come up to the stage. You hand out your name card to the professor that will be standing here.
I request that we all observe a moment of silence for prayer, for meditation, and for dedication. Please be seated. The distinguished guests, the Honourable MEC for Health of the Free State, Ms. Chu, the Head of the Department of Health, Mr. Maklatsi, the Dean of the University of the Free State Faculty of Health Sciences, Professor Gert van Zyl, the CEOs of our training hospitals in the Free State, and other VIP guests, the University of Free State academic staff, our senators, examiners, and our most special guests, our graduates, their parents and their families. I warmly welcome you to this admission ceremony of the Colleges of Medicine of South Africa. I am Johan Fagan. I'm the president of the Colleges of Medicine of South Africa. On the stage around me, I am joined by senators and examiners of our various colleges, our CEO, Professor Buch, our academic registrar, academic heads of departments of the University of Free State Department of Health Sciences, and our special guests. Tonight we celebrate the successful conclusion of your diploma, specialist and subspecialist examinations. As you are joined tonight by your family, your friends and your colleagues, it's also a time to reflect on your specialization journey and the sacrifices you have made through working long hours and studying late into the night and over weekends. However, I'm certain that you agree that every single sacrifice you have made is worth it. So enjoy this evening, and may your loved ones enjoy celebrating this special moment with you, because without their support, none of what you have achieved would have been possible. But tonight we also celebrate your teachers, our universities, and our teaching hospitals for giving you the opportunity to acquire your specialized knowledge and skills. We also acknowledge the Colleges of Medicine of South Africa for presenting an examination platform throughout the COVID pandemic for our academics to examine candidates and to assure that they can safely enter specialized practice. We acknowledge the incredible commitment of the elected CMSA leadership, the board, our senators, our college presidents, our council members, and all our examiners. We also wish to say a special thank you to our CMSA staff, and especially to the leadership. That is our CEO, Professor Eric Buch, our Executive Director, Education and Assessment, Professor Vanessa Birch, and our Academic Registrar, Ms. Yolokazi Kanzi. At our admission ceremonies, we bestow the honor of addressing our new members to an eminent colleague. And for this evening's ceremony, we could think of no better colleague to recognize than Professor Gert van Zyl. Professor van Zyl is, of course, no stranger to you, being the Dean of the University of Free State Faculty of Health Sciences since 2009. Professor van Zyl completed both his undergraduate and his postgraduate medical education at the University of the Free State. He has a specialist degree in family medicine and his postgraduate diplomas in health administration and in community health. And he completed an MBA at Potchefstroom University, for which he was awarded the Old Mutual Gold Medal for outstanding academic achievement. He was awarded a PhD in health professions education by the University of Free State in 2004. But a lesser known fact about Professor van Zyl is that he worked as a stoker, also known as a fireman, on steam locomotives for 4 years during his university vacations. Now, for those of you that were raised after the steam train era, and I think that's most of the graduates tonight, a stoker is the person who shovels the coal into the firebox to generate steam to power the locomotive. It's a very tough physical job. Professor van Zyl also authored the official instruction manual for stokers that was used for many years by the South African Railways. It was probably his first academic publication. Professor van Zyl is, however, not the only prominent person to have been a stoker. Others include Colonel Sanders, who founded Kentucky Fried Chicken, or KFC, which I think is your staple diet as a registrar, and Vladimir Lenin, who was the first leader of the Soviet Russia, and Reverend Martin Luther King, who was the leader of the American Civil Rights Movement. He was a stoker at the age of 16 for some time. Professor van Zyl is a leading medical educationist and has numerous publications and presentations relating to both undergraduate and postgraduate medical education. He wrote about the use of simulation for teaching in undergraduate education, as well as computer-based simulation as an e-learning tool as far back as 2012. As a surgeon, I was interested that he has authored a number of articles on enhancement of plastic surgery training by including simulation in education and training programs. And another area of interest of his, and which is so relevant to our South African situation, has been his writings about improving access and reducing health inequities through financing, human resources, and private sector strategies. Professor van Zyl has occupied multiple leadership positions both nationally and internationally, and has received numerous awards, including the fellowship by the Association for Medical Education in Europe. So given Professor van Zyl's achievements in leadership, in education, in community health and family medicine, and health ethics, we look forward to hearing Professor van Zyl's address this evening. Professor van Zyl.
Good evening, MEC, Prof Fagan, Prof Sekambuya, Prof Zach Kortu. Perhaps I need to say their positions. Prof Flavia is the past president, and you've heard that Prof Fagan is the present president. I joked this afternoon with him to say that we are looking forward to his first 100 days in office. And then Professor Zach Kortu also as Senior Vice President. All protocol observed. I do know I've got a few minutes to say a few things, so I'm going to acknowledge all the other colleagues by saying all protocol observed. Although I do know that you haven't been admitted, can I start off by saying congratulations. Each and every qualification is a journey, and I'll get to that just now. But I'm so glad to see that we've got also some relatives, family, and even children attending this ceremony. I think it's now time to celebrate, and celebrate well. So can I ask those that are going to be admitted tonight, can you remember where you started the first day? And where you are now? And I want to say to you, congratulations by achieving and doing that journey. But there's other news for you. Your new qualifications journey starts tonight. And remember, a journey is taken step by step. But let's celebrate. Celebrate and celebrate with those near to you, those that have supported you in your journey. You had challenging and trying times during your studies. Prof Fagan already referred to COVID-19, and surely you will remember where all of us had to run around and adapt and ensure that you get your qualification. So Corita Kent said, celebration is a kind of food we all need in our lives, and each individual bring a special recipe or offering, so that together we will make a great feast. Celebration is a human need that we must not and cannot deny. It is richer and fuller when many work together and then celebrate together. Unquote. So you need to ask yourself, because I kept on asking myself, how did you succeed? And I'm trying to second guess, how did you succeed? By being smart. Yes, you are smart. By asking the question if you did not know or understand, by looking out for others and important issues, by dealing with challenges yourself, by asking more, how can I make a difference compared to what can you all do for me? By having a vision, have a purpose. What do I want to do? What do I want to achieve? Where do I want to end up? Perhaps I need to stop there. What's the next step with your new qualification? Where do you want to end up? You did not look for excuses. You looked for reasons, alternatives, solutions. You applied your mind, stood up, and took a responsibility. And for that, I salute you. And for that, we celebrate with you tonight. Now, in January 2020, in the same venue, when we welcomed our first-year students in January, and I must remind you that before COVID actually had lockdown in South Africa, I said to the first-year class at their welcoming function, you need to start being resilient. And I've seen some of you during these years getting your qualification, and I want to say you've been resilient. Resilience is a capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, toughness, new environments, new challenges, using the 7 key matters in your action: competence, confidence, connections, character, contributing, coping, and control. And then the 5 pillars that's very important in resilience: self-awareness, mindfulness, self-care, positive relationships, and purpose. And that's our R tonight. E for energy. You had to do a lot, and you needed some energy. And you needed to keep some balance. You needed to say to yourselves, do not drain all my energy. I need to manage my levels of energy. The S stands for a focus as postgraduate student. Ask questions in your environment, and I want to challenge you tonight. Become a researcher. Answer those questions that we need answered. The P for patience. Quality things take time. Do your own thing. Listen and learn, but take responsibility. The E for emotional control. Less of yourself, more of others. Expect less, give more. And then the C for communication. Remember, nobody can read your thoughts or mine. So talk, tell, open up. And then the last, the T for tolerance and thankfulness. I really plead with you to be tolerant. We live in a society that has limited tolerance, and we see it in everyday life. And on thankfulness, we are all thankful that we are here tonight, despite COVID, despite all the other challenges. And I hope that you will leave tonight and go and say to somebody, thank you. So if you followed what I'm doing, the RESPECT spells respect. And how profounding did that words become? Respect. I also said that to the to the first-year students when I welcomed them. You need to have respect. So you might say to me, that's good if I learned of this in 2020, what's the good now? Remember, your journey starts tonight in your new qualification. Have respect for life, for your patients, for your lecturers, for your fellow students, and for your colleagues. And that's only for the working environment. We need to have respect also for one another, for our family members. But for you, there was no such motivation as in 2020 for the first years. But you did it. And for that, we are thankful. And then COVID hit us hard, and especially you that studied. Thereafter, it's more important that we celebrate your achievements despite the impact of COVID-19 on your studies. Again, well done from my side. Oprah Winfrey said, be thankful for what you have, you'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never ever have enough. And Jackson Brown followed once and said, nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. Perhaps I need to repeat that again. Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. Don't miss those opportunities. For me, purpose is when you know and understand what you are born to do. Vision is when you see it in your mind by faith and begin to imagine it. I need to also thank all the academics that was part of your journey on your behalf, that supported you and ensured that you did make the important goal in your life. In ending, there are two matters that I want to address before I end. The first is, which make me very proud, and I'm sure my colleagues from the college also proud tonight, is the footprint of the College of Medicine of South Africa in Central South Africa. And then I'll talk a bit about well-being. So today is very important for us collectively. It's a privilege to be here and more to celebrate with you also the first solid footprint of the college in Central South Africa, where we are busy establishing a full-time office. My appreciation to all involved, including Senate, for their hard work in the college. Over the last 2 years, we have been working hard collectively to establish a footprint for the college in Bloemfontein. Collectively, we've succeeded. We have now a permanent space for the college and also a permanent footprint, as well as having examinations in Bloemfontein. I'm sure all will benefit from this new arrangement. The college, the faculty, staff, academics, registrars, and postgraduate students, and even perhaps those families that wants to support you if you write exams. Well done to all, and thank you. I want to acknowledge Prof Segambuga and Prof Fagan and Prof Boegs and the board and Senate for making the dream come true. But also thank you to my team for their efforts. Also something to celebrate tonight. And then my last remark, your well-being as professional. Alarming statistics we saw lately. The Healthcare Workers Care Network has found that 82% of South African doctors, nurses, and allied health professions using its counseling services believe there is a stigma attached to healthcare workers asking for help with their own mental health. And I quote from the report, The network was set up early in the pandemic by a number of healthcare professional bodies, anticipating the added stress on healthcare workers and aiming to provide mental health support through a 24-hour helpline and online counseling, individual and group support, and training. The services have reached almost 5,000 healthcare workers since April 2020, with an average of 175 calls to the helpline per month. A recent survey of the healthcare workers who used the service revealed high levels of reluctance to seek help for mental health challenges. And the reason why? For 80% of these healthcare workers, fear of judgment by their colleagues, their managers, and their profession was the main reason for being unwilling to seek or delay finding support for their mental health concerns. They fear being seen as incompetent, weak, and unfit to do their jobs because of expectations. The healthcare workers should be more resilient and better equipped than the general public to deal with work stress and manage their own mental health. I unquote the report. I'm nearly finished. I need to say this is a perception that we are supermen and superwomen that can do everything. This is a perception we need to change and work collectively to change the working environment. And if I can leave one message tonight with you, you cannot look after your patient if you haven't looked after yourself. Let's collectively change the working environment, our working environment. We need to care about most valuable asset in our system, us, our professionals. Richard Branson said in his business, colleagues should take care of each other, have fun, celebrate success, learn by failure, look for reasons to praise, not to criticize, communicate freely, and respect each other, unquote. All I can say is amen. I'm ending off. Look after yourself. Look after your families. Look after your qualification. You deserve it. Well done. Thank you for the college allowing me to bring this message. Congratulations and well done, graduates, their families and friends. I thank you.
Prof Van Zyl, thank you for a wonderful address and speaking about value systems, about our fallibility as medical practitioners, and certainly, if I think back to Professor Flawe Senke-Bucher's term, she placed a lot of emphasis on physician wellness, and I'm sure that resonated very well with her. And I'd also like to recognize your leadership in terms of trying to build this partnership between the colleges of medicine and the universities, because we all bring different strengths and issues to the table in terms of ensuring that our graduates are properly trained and properly assessed. And most certainly, I mean, you've been a leader on that front, and we look forward to working very closely with you in the future. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And if I can possibly give this gift to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. President, I present the following successful candidates for admission to the Higher Diploma in Family Medicine in the College of Physicians of South Africa. Pompere Pinevier Yaleza. Moramang William Huesha. Mutamba Maximilian Yamutumba. Mr. President, I present the successful candidate for a high diploma in orthopedics of the College of Orthopedic Surgeons, Kenneth Tunde Leslie. I present a diploma in the child health of the College of Pediatricians of South Africa, Lepalisa Morutane. Ketiwe Happiness Nkabinde. Helen Kikura Okafor. Okay. Thanks. I presented the candidate with a diploma in HIV management in the College of Family Physicians of South Africa, Lehualane Khotso Sekwati. Following candidates, a diploma in internal medicine of the College of Physicians, Oliver Bongan Sasi. Following candidates got the diploma in mental health from the College of Psychiatrists, Kopiano Nicholas Mukale. Diploma in Mental Health of the College of Physicians of Psychiatry, Tozama Shamin Kama. Mr. President, the following candidates obtained diploma in obstetrics in the College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. Esthampo Shabalala. Dane Christopher Koopman. Ngeleka Albert Lufluabo. Litabe Makebekbeke. What's your name, Chris? Tatenda Trevor Mbizi. That's an easier name. Bongumusa Sifiso Mdunge. Katlego Otsile Motubi. Isabella Elizabeth Sefontaine. Which one is this one? For the diploma in primary emergency care in the College of Emergency Medicine is Rudy Vestrand. Mr. President, the following candidates obtained the fellowship of the College of Anesthetists of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, the following candidates will put you to sleep and you'll wake up again. The first one is Leone Diman. Nadia Sarah Duplessis. Seta Liteboho Mashai. Maria Susanna Spangenberg. Mr. President, for the fellowship in the College of Dermatologists is Fatima Musa. Just wait here. Just wait here. For the fellowship of the College of Family Physicians of South Africa is Thomas Rose Duplessis. Sune Geldenhuys. Chantel Canada van der Bay. Madam President, the next candidate is for the fellowship of the College of Forensic Pathologists, Tulane Lancelot Nkosi. Mr. President, the following obtained the fellowship of the College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. Deiker Motsidisi Martha Nie Malimane. Mohammed Esala Godbani. Ramahlape Jonas Kopa. Bongumusa Sifiso Mdunge. How are you? Glass Nakedi Mongalo. Mr. President, the following have obtained the fellowship of the College of Orthopedic Sciences of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, these are bone doctors. Jabulane Ephraim Mofokeng. Okay, thanks. The following candidate, Mr. President, obtained the fellowship of the College of Otorhinolaryngologists of South Africa, Davesh Ramdani. Hello. Samkelisiwe Rejoice Sibeko. Mr. President, the following candidates have obtained the fellowship of the College of Pediatricians of South Africa. These are the baby doctors, ladies and gentlemen. Mbaya Bwankuna. Nelson Serrao de Abreu. Augusto Martin Luyo Sanchez. Mr. President, the next candidate has obtained fellowship of the College of Pediatric Surgeons of South Africa. This is a baby surgeon. He will get Dupree. For the fellowship of the College of Pathologists of South Africa in Anatomical Pathology, is Michelle Dupree. Lisanne Marais. Louis Jonas Muller. Mr. President, for the fellowship of the College of Pathologists of South Africa in Hematology, Wilhelmina Johanna Kruger. Mariska Sanet Roux. For the fellowship of the College of Pathologists of South Africa with Virology is Jacobus Charles Coetzee. Mr. President, for the fellowship of the College of Physicians of South Africa, ladies and gentlemen, these are the real doctors. Tahir Asmal. Basman David Manoto. Lana Meyer. Nothando nokukhanya Ntshangase. Hopolang Ranshobe. Spelelo Mike Twala. Mr. President, for the fellowship in the College of Plastic Surgeons of South Africa, these candidates, Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, will really change your face and make it beautiful. Nikita Blake. Mr. President, in the College of Psychiatrists, fellowship in the College of Psychiatrists, we have Musa Bonolo Mudupi. Margiata Talita Pue. Mr. President, for the Fellowship of the College of Public Health Medicine of South Africa, we have Ramasedi Samuel Mukwena. For the Fellowship in the College of Diagnostic Radiologists, these doctors can look inside you and see everything. Simatwa Shela Ekin. Same college, okay. Orapeleng Sebosho. Mr. President, in the Fellowship of College of Surgeons, these are the original surgeons, the real surgeons, the mother of surgeons, Nadia Roberts. Mr. President, the following are actually a super specialists. They are bigger than the specialist. For the certificate in cardiology of the College of Physicians, we got James 14. Tabiso Ignatius Litelu. Certificate in Developmental Pediatrics of the College of Pediatricians, we've got Cerise Simmons. For the certificate in endocrinology and metabolism of the College of Physicians of South Africa, we have Lebohang Pitso. Mr. President, certificate in infectious diseases of the College of Physicians of South Africa, we've got Alicia Glover. Mr. President, for the certificate in medical oncology in the College of Pediatricians of South Africa, Matompoi Tsepiso Grace Jonas. Mr. President, for the certificate in neonatology of the College of Pediatricians of South Africa, we have Parusha Mudli.
I'm now going to ask our MEC for Health, Ms. Tu, to thank or to congratulate the graduates. The Provincial Health Ministry is a key factor in high medical training in the Free State. And speaking to the Dean earlier today, he was most complimentary about what they're achieving in the Free State. So we're very grateful for that. So please, Ms. Tu, can we ask you to come and say a few words to the graduates?
Thank you, the program director, the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just say protocol observed. It is an honor and privilege for me to address this distinguished gathering during a special month in the history of our country, a month that reminds us of who we are as South Africans and what we ought to be in order to shape the good fortunes of our common future. Our freedom and democracy was built on the supreme sacrifices of men and women who gave up their lives in order for a democratic South Africa to be born. The youth of June 16, 1976 sparked a revolution through their demand for a free, equal, and compulsory education for all. This gallant effort would later give rise to a national consciousness of equipping our country with vital skills that would enable South Africa to be an equal and a well-respected member of the community of nations. Let me declare right from the start that I'm an advocate of a well-resourced and developed workforce that is able to proactively respond to all requirements of the work at hand. Health is a labor-intensive profession that requires attentive presence of various skills in the provision of continuous care of a patient, and that makes human development an apex priority for us. Since the inception of democracy, various policies and strategies of the South African government have identified the development of adequate human resource to meet the development priorities of the country as a key strategic priority. The Reconstruction and Development Program, that is the RDP, identified human resource development as one of the 5 core programs to drive the implementation of reconstruction and development in South Africa. Beyond the health sector, government's economic policies require human resource development on a massive scale. Improved training and education are fundamental to higher employment. The introduction of more advanced technologies and reduced inequalities. Higher labor productivity will be the result of new attitudes towards work and especially new skills in the context of overall economic reconstruction and development. New and better management skills are urgently required in all sectors to drive the narrative of growing South Africa together towards 2030 and beyond. Just today, in the Free State provincial government, Premier launched the Youth Month. We had a gathering of the qualified engineers in all spheres of engineering, and most of them are unemployed. And as they were talking, they were saying, it doesn't necessarily mean that because the government took us to school, they need to give us employment. We can employ other people. We can register our companies and do work and then employ other youth that needs employment. Your strategic objective as the College of Medicine of South Africa stands in support of the grand country objectives of increasing the Human Development Index that will make South Africa a great country to live in, but development strategy cannot be separated from the noble goal of increasing life expectancy towards a long and healthy life for South Africans. We align ourselves with your strategic objectives, which proudly state that the College of Medicine of South Africa is dedicated to promote the highest degree of skill and efficiency in medical and dental practice, and to cultivate the highest ethical standards and professional conduct, not for pecuniary profit, but for the betterment of humanity, close quote. Furthermore, you state that, open quote, to this end, you continuously strive to improve on your support of the increased investment in structure and function of healthcare services and medical professionals. This is a noble idea whose outcomes are realized through continuous improvement in the skills of our health and allied professions. The world is changing, and continuous research points to the discovery of the new diseases which complicate the establishment, conventions of knowledge, awareness, and treatment of the burden of diseases. Research and development is critical in all spheres of life, as it determines the extent of human development and survival in the complex adaptive system and the environments. The health system of our country and the world is proud beneficiary of your selfless efforts. Your efforts and sacrifices often see health professionals leaving their families and familiar environments in search of new knowledge that will later benefit not only individual patients, but humanity on the global scale, unimaginable. As the College of Medicine of South Africa, you are holding a key function of acting as a national examining body for medical professions in South Africa. You are unique in that you embrace 29 constituent colleges representing all the disciplines of medicine and dentistry. Because of your unique structure of containing all medical and dental specialties within a single framework, you have the potential to foster aspects of medical education and medical professionalism, which are common to all disciplines. These professional ethical standards should easily translate to a common mindset and practices that places the patient at the heart of everything you do. Let me take this opportunity to wish all our diplomas, fellows and certificates well in the next level of your professional lives. May this achievement benefit not only those that are within your reach, but the entire global humanity. I thank you. Congratulations.
I'd like to thank our MEC for Health for that wonderful vote of thanks and congratulations. And once again, she spoke about the partnership between the Colleges of Medicine and the universities, but also of the provincial government to offer good training. Now, speaking to our graduates, now that you've been hooded and recognized, I now have the pleasure of welcoming all of you to our specialists, our subspecialists, and our diplomate communities. This is indeed a time for great celebration and an opportunity for our graduates all to stand up and to make a big noise and to acknowledge your families and your teachers. Let's hear it. But my plea is for you all to remain in Africa, where your services are desperately needed. You're practicing specialized medicine in low or middle income settings like ours can be challenging at times and very frustrating, but can be highly rewarding. With less than 5% of patients in Africa having ready access to safe, affordable surgery, This is where you can have the biggest impact as an anaesthetist or as a surgeon, and the same is true for all the specialist disciplines. I ask that you continue to read, to conduct research, to grow and to broaden your minds, and to share your knowledge and skills by remaining involved in teaching programs, even as unpaid honorary consultants. The CMSA is an extremely important national non-profit institution that focuses not only on specialized training and assessment, but also cultivates the highest ethical standards and professional conduct of the medical and dental profession for the benefit of humanity. I therefore ask that you support the CMSA not only through your continued membership, but also through the newly formed Young Specialist Forum. This Young Specialist Forum presents an opportunity for young specialists like yourselves to get involved in activities such as mentoring registrars, developing online preparatory educational material for diploma and registrar candidates. And I ask that you take care of yourselves and your loved ones, look after your physical and mental well-being, be kind to yourself, take time out and be present at family events. And finally, I ask that in a country with such great inequality of poverty and hunger, that you remain humble, that you remain grounded, and never lose your humanity or your passion to care for those in need. I now ask that we all stand to sing the national anthem. By the power vested in me and on behalf of the Senate, I now dissolve the proceedings of the CMSA. I request that we all remain standing while the stage party leaves the hall, followed by a graduate.
Gaudeamus igitur, jubilestum sumus. Gaudeamus igitur, jubilestum sumus. Post secundam juventutem, post molestam senectutem, nos habebitus, nos habebitus. Gaudeamus igitur, jubilestum sumus. Gaudeamus igitur, jubilestum sumus. Post secundam juventutem, post molestam senectutem, nos habebitus, nos habebitus. Gaudeamus sumus, Gaudeamus igitur, Jubilestum sumus, post secundam juventutem, post molestam senectutem, nos habebitus, nos habebitus. Hail to youth and hail to love, hail to life so wonderful. Hail to youth and hail to love, hail to life so wonderful. We will toss aside our care, and with all our comrades share one long round of merriment, one long round of merriment. Gaudeamus igitur, Jubilestum sumus, Gaudeamus igitur, Jubilestum sumus, post secundam juventutem, post molestam senectutem,